House of Gucci is a 2021 American biographical crime drama film directed by Ridley Scott, based on the 2001 book The House of Gucci, A Sensational Story of Murder, Madness, Glamour, and Greed by Sara Gay Forden. The film follows Patrizia Reggiani and Maurizio Gucci, as their romance transforms into a fight for control of the Italian fashion brand Gucci. Jared Leto, Jeremy Irons, Jack Huston, Salma Hayek, and Al Pacino also star. Scott wanted to make a film about the Gucci dynasty after acquiring rights to Forden's book in the early 2000s. The project languished for several years, with a number of directors and rumored actors being considered before Scott and Gaga became officially attached in November 2019. Much of the remaining cast joined the following summer, and filming began in Italy, lasting from February through May 2021. The world premiere of House of Gucci was held at the Odeon Lux Leicester Square in London on November 9, 2021. It was theatrically released by United Artists, releasing in the United States on November 24, 2021. The film received mixed reviews from critics who praised the cast's performances, but criticized the inconsistent tone and editing. Gaga and Leto were nominated for the Critics' Choice Award, Screen Actors Guild Award, and Satellite Award for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actor, respectively, with the former also receiving nominations for the BAFTA Award and Golden Globe Award. The film earned a nomination at the 94th Academy Awards for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. It has grossed over $154 million against a $75 million budget. Early life and career. Maurizio Gucci was born on September 26, 1948 in Florence as the only child of actors Rodolfo Gucci and Sandra Ravel. In 1972, Gucci moved to New York City to work for the Gucci Company with his uncle Aldo Gucci. In the early 1980s, he lived in a luxury penthouse in the Olympic Tower, gifted to him by his father. In 1982, he moved back to Milan, and in 1983, launched a legal battle against Aldo for control over Gucci after becoming the majority shareholder following his father's death. In 1986, Gucci fled to Switzerland to avoid prosecution after Aldo, seeking revenge, had accused him of forging his father's signature to avoid paying inheritance taxes. He was originally found guilty, but was later acquitted. In 1988, 47.8% of Gucci was sold to the Bahrain-based investment fund InvestCorp. Maurizio Gucci was made chairman of the Gucci Group in 1989. From 1991 to 1993, Gucci's finances were in the red. Maurizio Gucci was blamed for spending extravagantly on the company's headquarters in Florence and Milan. He went on to sell his remaining company stock in 1993 for $170 million to InvestCorp, ending the Gucci family's association with the company. Relationships. In 1972, Gucci married Patrizia Reggiani, with whom he had two daughters, Allegra and Alessandra. Alessandra Gucci was born on June 28, 1976, and Allegra Gucci was born on January 27, 1981. Maurizio's father, Rodolfo Gucci, originally did not approve of their marriage, calling Patrizia a social climber who has nothing in mind but money. On March 21, 1985, Maurizio told his wife he was going on a short business trip to Florence. The following day, March 22, he sent a friend to tell his wife he would not be returning, and that the marriage was over. The two were considered separated. From 1984 to 1990, Gucci dated Cherie McLaughlin Loud, an American model from Orange, Connecticut. McLaughlin Loud was 26 at the time of their first meeting, and Gucci, 35 years old. The two met in the Sardinian town of Porto Cervo during the 12-meter class World Championship for the upcoming 1987 America's Cup after McLaughlin Loud had joined Maurizio's sailing crew for the event, coaching and teaching Gucci's other crew members. Both Gucci and McLaughlin Loud were married to other people at the time, and McLaughlin Loud reported seeing Gucci with Patricia Reggiani from time to time. McLaughlin Loud claims that Gucci left his wife in 1985 due to having an affair with her. Gucci had pursued McLaughlin Loud relentlessly under the guise of wanting to offer McLaughlin Loud employment, tracking her and her husband to Clearwater, Florida, and calling her every day. McLaughlin Loud divorced her husband in 1988, and Gucci rented her an apartment in New York City. Gucci also paid for McLaughlin Loud to fly on regular Concorde trips between the United States and London or Paris to visit him, where Gucci would then drive her to St. Moritz, Switzerland, in his black Ferrari sports car. Loud got a job at Sotheby's in 1988, and moved to London, which made it easier for her and Gucci to see each other. Gucci doted on her, but Loud claimed that he did not want her to move to Milan, where he thought the strict social codes and the Milanese socialites would make them both miserable. The same year, Gucci forced out his remaining family members from the fashion company. McLaughlin Loud would continue to meet Gucci in European port cities Bremen, Monte Carlo, and Palma de Mallorca to help restore Gucci's prized historic sailing yacht, the Creole. However, the drama between Gucci and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Patricia Reggiani, and the constant travel between the US and Europe started to weigh on McLaughlin Loud in 1989. She told Gucci that she wanted to end their relationship, even though she said she would always be in love with him. McLaughlin Loud also wanted to settle down, start a family, and live a normal life. She and Gucci ultimately ended their relationship due to this, as Gucci stated that he wanted to focus more on the company and reconciling with his two daughters from his previous marriage, Alessandra and Allegra. McLaughlin Loud would later go on to work for Vogue as a merchandising editor, where she learned of Gucci's murder via a phone call with Gucci's lawyer, Alan Tuttle, in 1995. In 1990, Gucci began dating Paola Franchi, a childhood friend who had attended his wedding to Patricia, after the two encountered each other at a private club in St. Moritz, Switzerland. Both were reeling from unhappy marriages, and, with Franchi and her husband, Giorgio Colombo, on the outs, Franchi became Gucci's partner. Franchi divorced Colombo in 1991. Maurizio Gucci's divorce from Reggiani was finalized in 1994. In 2022, Maurizio's younger daughter, Allegra Gucci, released her book Game Over, which is about the aftermath of her father's murder and the conviction of her mother. As of 2022, Maurizio has 3 grandchildren through his daughters, Alessandra and Allegra, who have both married in the time since Maurizio's death. Alessandra Gucci has 1 son with her husband, and the 3 have taken up permanent residence in Switzerland. Allegra Gucci married Enrico Barbieri in St. Moritz, Switzerland, in a civil ceremony on November 24, 2011, and then in religious ceremony on December 20, 2011. The couple have 2 children.